Just enough time to get off one more snap. Back to throw, it's Ward. Unloads to the wideout. It's caught. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. To the air on first down. Throws to the wideout. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. Washington ready to kick off to start this second half. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Bust through behind his pad. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Guys, let's see how it goes this time for the Kent State offense. They start this third quarter one-possession game and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They've had some successes in the first half, so let's get that continued here on the opening drive.
Yeah, and I love getting that break at half to go talk with my coaches and pick my offensive coordinator's brain so I know exactly what I need to do to attack this defense, and I get ball first.
Well, the offensive line had everybody blocked except the defensive end. He was able to sneak into the backfield and get the tackle for that.
Backing up on the first two plays, now to try to throw it in drive on third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Trying to beat the D deep. Makes the catch on the left. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made.
That's a beautiful pass and catch. I love the job the quarterback does manipulating the defense with his eyes. He froze that safety, and that allowed his receiver more room to work his right.
He's not afraid to go deep. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Golden Flashes. On to attempt the try. And the extra point was made without incident, and we're tied up here in the third. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they pay it off with a strike from 38 yards out. And he'll bring it back. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. And in a low-scoring game like this one, David, every possession is magnified.
And I think more than anything, it just gets frustrating. And you got to put that behind you. You got to see what this defense has been doing to be so successful. Caller, now use it against them.
Yeah, David, I think for a play caller, this is tough, right? It's like you have to have the perfect play on just to get a first down. In these types of games, I think you're just trying to get guys out in space, see if a dude can break a tackle. Maybe that generates an explosive play, and it breaks this trend.
They get him down after he makes the catch.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
To the air, it's Ward. They'll run the screen. Sweet cut there. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back.
Really nice looking pass there. You think about all the great Washington quarterbacks, right? Warren Moon, the Heward brothers, Mark Brunell, Jake Browning. The greatest quarterback name in college football history, Sonny Sixkiller. That guy was throwing seeds at the University of Washington. This dude right here, putting on his best Sonny Sixkiller impersonation.
Finds the tight end. And that had all the makings of bug meat windshield, but how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first? A little bit more to go after that last completion. They'll try to pick it up on second down. He's looking to throw. Release to the back. That's caught. It's Francis. All down at the 38-yard line and a big pickup of 15 yards there. Back at it to open the quarter with this first down play. On the ground, it's Francis.
That's a really good stop by the defense. Jesse, they need a few more. You've given up a bunch of yards on this drive and a bunch of plays, but all that matters is keeping them off the scoreboard.
Yeah, it's that bend, don't break mentality you're seeing right now, and this is the point where this defense has just got to lock in.
From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. Here it is trying to flex the muscle. They get him down at the 34 after a pickup of 4. Kick the field goal from here. It's a 51-yarder. Get a few on third down, and life is much better. Looking to throw, it's Ward. Get it out on the screen. Shoots his way for more. And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the first down.
Well, they get the running back screen. It seemed like they caught the defense off guard a little bit, David. How does that feel for you as a pass-rushing defensive end when they run that play on you in that situation?
It's so demoralizing because your eyes get big as saucers. It's like sack time, sack time. Oh, no, he just fooled me. They let me go up the field. I didn't really beat my guy that bad. Nice job of letting him come up the field, throw right behind him, and get the first down.
The Huskies will snap it on 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Fires to the wideout. He's got it.
Man, this quarterback is going to have to be deadly accurate here in this 2-minute situation, right? And that's really what he's had to be all game long. He hasn't had a lot of yards because the coverage has just been so tight. He's had to be pinpoint perfect. It's been hard just to find completions, no doubt. That's going to be the same.
Touchdown, Huskies! And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the 4th.
What a great game, tied late in the ballgame. Who's going to make the big play? They come up with it late, take the lead. Nice execution. It's hard to execute in these moments. People get tight. The score's tied late in the game. I don't want to mess up, but this offense doesn't worry about messing up. They put the ball in the end zone and take the lead.
On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Guys, let's see how it goes this time for the Kent State offense. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tied.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't put it on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
Looking to throw, it's Leonard. Unloads to the wideout. Got him downfield. And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a first down.
And you see so many smart wide receivers, so many smart tight ends nowadays that they know where the holes in their zones are, and they work with their quarterback, and they find them, and they sit down in them and make big plays. It's tough to sit back in zone against such smart players nowadays.
Looking deep. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
And I understand the logic by the offense here. Obviously, you're down in this game. You're trying to claw back into it. Why not take a shot? Why not be aggressive in that time? They just can't come up with a completion.
Really need positive yards on second down. After the incompletion, they'll snap it from the 44. They've got the screen set up. Tremendous awareness to get what he could and get out of bounds, and now the offense trying to score one late. He knew exactly what they needed there, made the play, and got out of bounds to stop the clock.
And you got to keep this turbo mode on, right? We got to keep going fast. The clock's running down. Fourth quarter, need a score. Great execution to get the first down. We need a lot more of this on this drive.
Comes out throwing on first down. Pressure coming. And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game. The offense gets a quick timeout. At this point, every second is precious. They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. He's back to throw on second down. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. Fires and picked off. Going the other way, and he's got room. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
Big-time players make big-time plays, big-time games. Great job by the defense. Not closing the door completely, but stopping the momentum late in the game when you already got a lead. Nice job, D.
It's a draw. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physicaled. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run it.
At this point, the defense has little choice but to sell out to stop the run on 2nd and 7. From the shotgun, the inside give. And that is how we will wrap this one up. It came down to the final quarter. Clutch plays, guys delivered, and they get the close win.
Yeah, Reese, big-time players make big plays in big games, and that's what happened in this circumstance. As a coaching staff, David, you love this. You know that you have confidence in your guys to go out and be able to execute when it matters the most.
Correct, and you don't know until the games, right? You don't know when those moments present themselves. How are they going to handle it? Great job handling a close game, executing down the stretch like they needed to.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football. Georgia Southern will kick it off to get things started. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Down for the offense. Use the play fake, now to throw. And it's an incomplete pass over the middle. Let's see if they go back to the air on 2nd down. Back to throw, it's Henderson. Fires to the wideout. A strike downfield. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up.
Nice catch there. You know, I think back to great Golden Domer wide receivers and Tim Brown, who won a Heisman, Rocket Ismail, obviously. How about Jeff Samardzija? There's a name you don't hear very much anymore, but he was awesome for Brady Quinn back in the day. And all those guys had the ability to win one-on-one. Their quarterbacks knew that if they had that matchup outside, they were going to take it. And I think this quarterback feels the same way about that guy. He is just so dynamic outside.
Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down. He picked up a big chunk of yardage there, and there will be Irish jigs going in the stands.
Yeah, and a lot of excitement. If they can find these down-the-field explosive plays and find a wide receiver out.
And he didn't squeeze it, it's loose. And he falls on top of his own fumble, and the offense will retain possession.
Well, the running back really lucky he jumped on his own fumble.
And it looks as if they buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. Line getting set on second down. Let's go! Let's go! He's looking to throw. Fires to the middle. Complete downfield. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up for the first down. He's starting to get in touch with his inner Joe Montana as the Irish are moving the ball up top.
And I think that's always the question with the Irish every year is who's going to play quarterback. We know their brand and we know who they are, but are they going to get ballers at that position? Are they going to get a great Ian Book, a great Brady Quinn? That's the next step. And if they find that guy, Notre Dame can do everything they want to do and be great in college football.
On 2nd and 10, a 4-wideout set, trips right. From the gun, running back on the move. Able to make the stop after a gain of 2 to the 22.
And the running back didn't get much there. Nice job by the defense. You can tell they're focused in on this running back, on this run game, being physical, getting knockbacks, and limiting his carries.
To the air, it's Henderson. Unloads it left. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
I'll tell you what, I don't know if the offense was expecting man coverage that time. 3rd and long in field goal range, you're expecting it to be zone. Instead, they lock them up man-to-man, everybody on an island, and everybody won. They get the incompletion, now setting up 4th.
This offense wants to get out of the gate fast on their first drive of the game, plus territory. They'll go for it on 4th down. And it's incomplete, and the defense holds.
Coaches talk about it all the time. We're going to be aggressive. Well, they were aggressive on that first drive. They go for it on 4th down. No dice. Now you put your defense on the field. I like the aggressiveness, but now you got to deal with some of the consequences.
Got room at the 35. And he breaks into the open. Inside the 30. The 10. And the defense couldn't corral him, and he took it all the way. Touchdown, Eagles.
Man, this guy is such a weapon because he's so dangerous if he gets into the 2nd level. Great vision, and then David shows you the speed.
Just straight wheels, erasing angles. A lot of times when you're chasing guys that are so fast like this, you're like, I got him, I got him. No, I do not. What a big, long touchdown run. Pad those stats, young fella.
From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Here come the Irish, back on offense. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on 4th down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little...
And that pass picked off. A return there would have just been icing on the cake. They'll just have to settle for the cake at the 23.
QB never saw the defender. He's staring his receiver down, telegraphing his throw, and the DB jumped all over that.
Couldn't ask for better field position for this offense. Running back goes in motion. Wants to throw. It's Ward. He'll take a shot. And it's caught. Touchdown, Georgia Southern.
That is exactly what most offenses will do. Big momentum play. My defense creates a turnover. I'm being aggressive. I'm going for the big score, the big play down the field. They get rewarded. They get the big passing touchdown.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. That's taking advantage of a golden opportunity set up with great field position, and they struck quickly for the touchdown. The kickoff team on the field as they'll send this one away. From inside the 10, here he comes. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Oh, man, the quarterback almost just threw his second interception on as many drives. He's trying to fit that football in there. It gets tipped up in the air. He's lucky that wasn't picked off.
Offense gets set for second down. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
Yeah, and you could tell the quarterback breaks a little bit, and he starts moving and tries to throw a little bit across his body. And why is that dangerous? You're not accurate. You're not accurate with the football when you do that, and you could tell it wasn't close to being a completion. He's got to do a better job setting his feet, making a clear, concise, good throw.
And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line. This Notre Dame offense carving it up. They're working with another first down. Looking for a man. It's Henderson. They're bringing heat. And the pressure is going to get to him, and down he goes, and that's how the first quarter will end.
Georgia Southern, 14. Notre Dame, 0.
We'll get this quarter going with a second down play. Defense showing heavy blitz at the line. Now the play fake. Grabbed in the middle, it's Collins. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
Simple pitch, simple catch, easy little drag route right over the field. It's a nice timing route. You can run it versus man, or you can run it versus zone and have a lot of success.
And the pass hits, picked off. Trying to take it back. At the 20. And he's going to run it all the way back. Touchdown, Georgia Southern.
Georgia Southern.
Look, a lot of time left. There's a little bit of distance right now being put on the scoreboard.
There is, but it's so awesome when you're a defense and you study all week about what's coming and what routes to be ready for, and then you jump the route and you make the plays and you just go get in that end zone. It is so beautiful.
They're lining up to kick it off after the pick six, and that defense will come out feeling it. Here's the return from inside his 10. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Here come the Irish. back on offense. They've got nothing done so far, and they already find themselves in a 3-possession hole, Jesse.
Yeah, and as a head coach, you're wondering, what didn't I say? What didn't I do to get my team ready to go? Because we look like we're sleepwalking at this point, David.
Yeah, nothing went well in the first quarter. You just say refresh. Like, let's try to find a way now. Chip into this lead.
And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
Defense came on the field with fresh legs, and here on just the second play of the drive, they're able to get a sack.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this thing has been one-sided, and they hope to at least have something to feel good about going into halftime. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Looking downfield, it's Henderson. Pocket starts to collapse. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
QBs and receivers on 3rd down, everything has to happen just a split second sooner. You're expecting pressure, the quarterback gets hit, just not on the same page with his target.
This guy's seriously not going to go for it this close to his own end zone. I mean, he does have a punter, doesn't he? On 4th down, looking to pass. Bought a little time, lets it go. With the catch, it's Rodgers. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Well, I knew the coach was confident in his offense. I did not know he was that confident this early in the game. 4th and long. I thought he'd just punt that one away and let his defense take the field. Interesting.
Wide receiver shows motion. He wants to throw. He'll take a shot. He makes the catch at the end zone. Touchdown, Eagles! That was just as simple as playing catch in warm-ups.
And this offense felt like they could take advantage of this defense down the field, throwing the football. They've got a lot of speed on the perimeter, and I feel like they've got some matchups they feel they should be winning one-on-one. You saw a great example of it right there.
The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. That's exactly what you want to do when you have that type of field position. Strike quickly, and they did. One play, and they put it on the board. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. They find themselves in a pretty deep hole here, but maybe a chance to grab a little momentum and regroup at halftime.
Yeah, a big chance. Like, this is an opportunity. This is the biggest opportunity in front of them in the game right now. You got to get some points on the board. You got to create something positive, Jesse. There hasn't been a whole lot to be positive about in the first half.
If I'm playing quarterback, I'm locating my go-to guy at receiver. Who can I count on one-on-one to go and make me a play? Maybe even one-on-two. Who can go up, catch the ball, get us some yards.
And that is interception number 3 on the day. Looking for more room. The 30, the 20, inside the 10. Touchdown, Eagles! A great return for the touchdown. Any return for a touchdown is a great one to a defense. Look, I know it's only the second quarter, but we're starting to see a pretty significant gap develop between these two teams right now.
No doubt. When your defense is scoring, your offense is scoring, good things happening for your ball club. This defense on point, reading their scouting report, making big plays.
They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick 6. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Here come the Irish back on offense. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the first half, but maybe a chance to carry some momentum into the break here.
It all comes down to this drive right here, Reese. Obviously, this offense hasn't had everything go right for them in the first half, but here's an opportunity, David, to execute some plays, put some throws together, and generate some points.
And you're right, Jesse, and this offense needs to start now. Like, we got to get some points on the board, create some momentum, and continue it, because you've dug yourself a significant hole.
How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
Nothing's working right now in the pass game for this guy. This is the nightmare scenario. He's already been picked off 3 times. That one got swatted away. Lucky it wasn't another interception. This quarterback is not playing with a ton of confidence.
On third down, he drops to throw. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
You got to be impressed with this defense early in this game, guys. They've got a big lead because they are getting after the quarterback. They've already generated multiple sacks. They thought coming into this game they could take advantage of this offensive line, and that game plan is working to perfection.
And despite going 0 for 2 on fourth down so far, they will stay aggressive and go for it here. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Tell you what, when you come out of your own end zone, you know, in the shadow of your own end zone, a lot of bad things can happen. You want to kind of get a few first downs, get some space, so if you punt after that point, you can pin them a little bit deep. This is the exact opposite of what happened. Now you set them up in beautiful scoring field position already. Really bad play by the offense.
And I don't think they got it snapped before the play clock ran out. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. Offense set on first down.
42 Spider.
Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. Caught behind the line. It's Francis. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Eagles. And they take it in for 6 more points.
Number 26.
Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
Oh, and he hit the left upright. No good. That's taking advantage of a golden opportunity set up with great field position, and they struck quickly for the touchdown. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21.
Will take over. 1st and 10.
Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind you. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think we can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. They'll throw it on first down. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
They've already got a bunch of sacks on them today and another quarterback pressure. This offense has to try to find a way to get the ball out a little bit quicker, to protect the quarterback a little bit more. Whether it's screens, whether it's draws, whether it's rolling your quarterback, something has to change for this offense to protect the quarterback a little bit better.
And first down for the offense. That's the end of the first half. With the score, Georgia Southern 41, Notre Dame 0.
Ready to go here in the second half, and Notre Dame will kick it away. Here's the return from inside the 25. And he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return. Southern has it back, and here comes the offense again. Trying to set the tone on the ground in the third. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
6-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 4. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. On the move is the 30. All kinds of running room. Touchdown, Eagles! And the route is on.
Man, I am a great play caller when I can hand it to guys like that, and he can go that far to the house, create big plays, showed you a little bit of vision, showed you a little bit of burners. When he kicked it in gear, he got the long touchdown.
And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. Only took 2 plays to find the end zone on that drive, and gashing them on the touchdown run finished it off. The kickoff team takes the field to boot this one away. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Here come the Irish, back on offense. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
Well, that one gets tipped and falls incomplete. That's been the best news on the day for this QB, man. As a former quarterback that's done this before, I can tell you, when you throw 4 picks in a game like this guy has, you never forget.
He's got an open man. Oh, he's so hard to get on the ground. He's got room. And a pickup of better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
It's been that kind of day for this offense, right? It seems like anything they're dialing up just simply isn't working. But at this point, David, I don't know if it's even worth trying to run the ball.
Probably not. You're getting destroyed right now. Nothing has gone your way, and when you're down this much, I think the...
And that is his 5th interception, a nightmare he is not waking up from.
And that's just excellent coverage. Man, cover 1, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board, and you still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open, and if I'm the QB, man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it into tight windows if it's not there. He throws it, unfortunately, gets the interception. Bad decision by the QB there.
He'll come out throwing on first down. Pulls it in. It's Johnson. Put it right on him. Sweet play. Good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down. And the Eagles want to crank the tempo.
Good enough for a first down.
Dropping back, it's Ward. Deep shot for the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia Southern. And the punishment has been extended.
And a really nice job understanding I got to get to that gap where there's a little bit of open space in the middle of the field when I run that post route. QB lays it out for him, and he catches it, gets 2 feet in bounds, in the end zone, touchdown.
And he splits the uprights on the extra point. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
Number 48 set to kick this one away.
From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18.
Will take over. First and
10. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. He's looking to throw. Fires to the right. And he got a hand in there. Knocks it away. Incomplete.
Man, this quarterback is living dangerously right now. Obviously, he threw a pick on the last drive. He's trying to complete that throw, but the defender gets a hand on it, tips it up in the air. That's oh no. That is an oh no situation. They're lucky that one hit the ground.
And he's thrown another interception. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
I tell you what, it puts you in a tough position when you're backed up inside your own 20 trying to come out. But when you're a defense and you can force a turnover and you already set your offense up in scoring position, they are going to be extremely happy, and that offensive coordinator is going to look extremely smart.
Georgia Southern has it back, ready to go to work on offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing.
Touchdown, Georgia Southern! And the stomping has commenced. A quick strike, just as we expected.
Yeah, and quick strikes are easy when you got such great field position. Obviously, when the offense starts in such a good spot, puts the defense in a bad position, and the offense takes advantage.
Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. That's exactly what you want to do when you have that type of field position. Strike quickly, and they did. One play, and they put it on the board. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. From inside the 10, here he comes. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Here come the Irish, back on offense. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field to score some points.
Dang, I wish I would have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, you should have ran a better route.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter.
Here we go, here we go.
Scanning the field, it's Henderson. Finds his tight end. And as they get him to the ground, clock running, looks as if time will expire here in the third.
That's the end of the third quarter of play. With the score, Georgia Southern 62, Notre Dame 0.
We'll start the quarter offense, about to snap it on second down.
Base 27 jump. Base 27 jump.
Trying play action. Complete with conviction on the crosser. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
Well, this offense has not put their best product on the field today. They've got no points to show for any of their efforts so far, but they've still got a chance. But if it's going to happen, it has to happen now in this 2-minute situation. This is where their playmakers need to step up.
Looking to throw it again. Unloads to the wideout. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off.
First down throw. Intercepted by
The number one objective for a defense is to make the offense one-dimensional. Well, when they're trailing by this much late in the game, they're one-dimensional. They have to pass the football. We can bring more speed on the field. You see it. We know you're throwing the football. Nice break on the football. Nice interception. This one's almost over.
Georgia Southern has it back, and here comes the offense again. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Caught in the backfield, it's Kyle Manor. Still on his feet at the 45. Running toward the tape.
Yeah, and I like this offense, keeping the foot on the gas. You got to lead by a couple scores, but keep the foot on the accelerator. Nice job. Another big play down the field for this offense.
This attack so lethal with that big play capability. Now 1st and 10 from the 29. Back to pass, it's Ward. Throws toward the end zone. Got his man.
Well, this offense has just been dialing up explosive play after explosive play. That's a big part of why they have a huge lead at this point. Even in the 4th quarter with that lead, they are still taking shots. They are still being aggressive. Pedal to the metal.
The Eagles are threatening on 1st and goal. Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. Got his man in the middle. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns in the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
The kick is good, but the penalty flag indicates we've got a roughing the kicker call coming. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. They're lining up to kick it off, and he ought to be able to knock this one anywhere he wants after that extra 15 yards with the roughing the kicker. Fielded in the end zone. It's Jackson. Sometimes you just have to take the touchback. They get him down at the 4-yard line. They're backed up, 1st and 10 from inside their own 5, and they'll try to get this drive started. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Grabbed over the middle, it's Jackson. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. They'll throw it on 1st down. He makes the connection. And they'll stop him just short of the 1st down, just inches away from moving the sticks. Less than a yard to go to pick up the 1st down. Back to throw, it's Henderson. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
The defense puts the exclamation point on the day. They have had a wonderful day, man. Doing everything great. Just, you could tell they were dialed into what was going on. And now just throw another sack in the equation, hitting the quarterback, being disruptive. They've been all over the field. And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
Down by multiple possessions. You can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the 1st down. Sometimes we don't give enough credit to a receiver knowing exactly where he needs to be on the field, and they pick up the 1st down there.
Yeah, and you got to give the receiver credit, obviously knowing where that is, but the defender needs to know where it is too.
And he intercepts it. What a nice play on the pick. Didn't find much running room. They'll let it slide. They've got it at the 29.
Heat up them pass rushers, bring in them DBs. That's what I'm doing in this situation. When I got the lead by a couple scores late in the ball game in the 4th quarter, I'm going to rush the passer like crazy. I'm going to put all those DBs back playing the pass. That's what happened. Great job understanding they're going to have to take shots. We get the interception. This one's almost over.
Georgia Southern has it back, ready to go to work on offense. And now one of the most satisfying moments in football, just watching that clock drain away while you have control of the ball, Jesse.
And this is definitely one of the best play callers, right, for an offensive coordinator. You're getting ready to go into victory formation. So many good things happened today. It seemed like everything he was dialing today, David, ended up working out.
No doubt. They've put a lot of highlights together, put a great offensive game together, complete football game. They get the win. On to next week.
They'll run it out of the shotgun. Find some fresh air. Touchdown, Eagles! And the pummeling has started.
Touchdown, Georgia Southern.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me or I should get conserved, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
They move the tight end all over. To the air, it's Ward. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
That keeps the score. Georgia Southern, 75.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
Number 48, set to kick it away.
Almost a disaster on that return, but they jump on it and they'll maintain possession.
That's a breathing a sigh of relief for sure. Kick returner tries to take it out, puts it on the ground, but how about the offense getting back on it, turning what could have been a really bad play into, thank goodness I got the ball again.
And he drops it, just took his eye off of it at the last minute.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from.
Oh, picked off. Takes it the other way.
The pass on second down, intercepted.
This is a beautiful situation for the defense. When you're up by 2+ scores and you're in this situation, you know exactly what is coming. It's going to be a pass. They have to, because the clock is their enemy. Great job playing pass, forcing the interception, almost putting the nail in the coffin.
Georgia Southern has it back, and here comes the offense again. Final minute, this game's on ice. They can take a knee and run out the clock. And they're going to score again, yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
PAT unit on the field. Oh, he missed it. That's taking advantage of a golden opportunity set up with great field position, and they struck quickly for the touchdown. The kickoff unit about to go to work.
Set to kick off.
Here's the return from inside his 10. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The offense lining up for a first down play. Use the play fake, now to throw. Dumps it to the back. Pass is incomplete, the clock is down to 9.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback and this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
Man, that's a couple bad throws. Last possession obviously ends in an interception by this quarterback, and now you throw another one, in harm's way. You got to make sure you're throwing to the open guy. Make sure you're taking care of that football. We can't have any more turnovers.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Fires the pass, intercepted.
Nice job by this defense. That might be the exclamation point. Fourth quarter, I got a lead. You bring on the nickel defense. You know they're passing the football for plays just like that to make the INT and almost put this one away.
And after this play, the cake will be baked. Going up top on first down. Going deep. Reels it in down the left side. Takes it into the end zone for the touchdown on the final play. The denouement. The epilogue. The finishing touch.
You know, quarterbacks and receivers, they develop confidence and chemistry as the game goes on. These two right now are definitely on the same page.
I know a lot of people thought this was going to be a blowout, but this team said, just when you think you have all the answers, I change the questions.
It's so true, Reese. I mean, they had a lot of dudes that we were talking to leading up to this game just had a chip on their shoulder. They just didn't feel like they were being respected, and they wanted to come out and they wanted to prove a point. And David, they did exactly just that.
And it's so much easier to be the underdog. It's so much easier to coach that team and you go, hey, they're ranked. Everybody's talking about them. You don't have a chance. It just builds all that momentum, all that hate, and you just pour it out on the field.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.